What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're back. We're year 2 of the Madden 22 Tennessee Titans realistic rebuild. If you tuned in to part 1, had a great season, to kick things off. 13-4 record, AFC South division title, won a playoff game in the wild card round, and then we advanced to the second round where we were, sent home by the Kansas City Chiefs. They did us dirty, though. They had a bunch of injuries in that game. Derrick Henry, Harold Landry, a bunch of other guys, and that's why we probably lost that game. But had an okay offseason, really didn't do too much. We didn't have a lot of money. We did lose a couple of guys, but I think even with the couple losses and departures that we did have, I still think that we improved the roster in some ways. And we're going to check out the roster right now, man. Let's go ahead and check out the squad, the team, the roster before the preseason starts here in year 2. Looking at the quarterback situation, we still have Ryan Tannehill, who was a Pro Bowler last season, and he did that with these stats, about 3,700 yards passing, almost 30 touchdowns with 29, and only 6 interceptions. That is tied for a career low. Same thing he did in 2019 when he only had 6 interceptions, doing it there in the 2021 season. And he had a Pro Bowl type season. With those numbers, you really don't see a lot of Pro Bowlers with those type of numbers. You usually have to have like 4,000, 5,000 yards, 30 plus touchdowns. But he had a great season, did not turn the ball over a whole lot. And Ryan Tannehill still remaining as our quarterback one. We didn't draft this guy. We signed him in free agency just so we can have, some quarterbacks in the preseason, because we're probably going to bench Tannehill, don't him getting injured in the preseason. And then Logan Woodside going into his 5th season with us, or 5th season. Derrick Henry, King Henry, did his thing last season, about 1,400 yards, double-digit touchdowns. He's not going to play in the preseason. Can't afford for him to get injured. Still got Darrington Evans and Deontay Foreman. We also signed this undrafted rookie running back, power back, Jalen Hunter out of USF. Still got Blasingame, gave him a contract extension. A.J. Brown going into a contract year. This is the year where I have to decide if I want to sign him or not. Yes, I know he got traded. I know he got traded during the draft. This is me running the damn Tennessee Titans. And if it was me running the Tennessee Titans, I'm going to do everything in my power to re-sign A.J. Brown. Madden 23, we're not going to have him when we do the Titans, because he will be on the Eagles. But this is still Madden 22, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's probably keeping A.J. Brown, especially if he has another 1,000-yard season that he just had the first season. No more Julio Jones. Dude only had 1 touchdown catch last season. Also lost his superstar depth. So we went ahead and released him. Could have traded him. Could have got another draft pick, maybe a second-round draft pick, because we didn't have one. But bringing in Will Fuller, a deep threat to pair up with A.J. Brown, I liked it a lot. And then we didn't have no wide receiver 3 after that. We weren't going to go with Des Fitzpatrick or Racey McMath. No. We saw this guy, Sean Kraft, right? Undrafted rookie in free agency. He got 93 speed. I'm like, okay, 67 overall, 22 years old. I'm like, we could probably, get something there. I click on him. I look at his dev trait. Oh, he's just a star dev for no reason. Just star dev for no reason. So he's going to play in a slot under Will Fuller and A.J. Brown. Tight end, this is where I think we improved on the offensive side. We had no tight end last year. We had like Ferkser, and I think we had Bradley Moore and a couple other guys. We signed Will Dissly, go Hawks. One of the best blocking tight ends, especially coming out of that draft. He was like the best blocking tight end when he came out of that draft. We signed in Will Dissly, and that's what we want to do. We want to run the ball, so we got a blocking tight end that can also catch. Will Dissly just has to stay healthy. And then we didn't stop there. In the third round pick, we got this guy, Spencer Bush, 21 years old, 71 overall, normal dev, but has a lot of potential. He can possession, catch. He's a vertical threat also. So adding 2 tight ends to the roster, we already upgraded the tight end position with those 2 moves right there. Taylor Lewan was like the best offensive lineman last season. Dude only gave up 1 sack, and that's from the left tackle position. And y'all know the tackles give up the most sacks when it comes to the offensive line. He only gave up 1. We went on a 3-game stretch at the end of the season last season where it was the last 3 games, and our offensive line gave up 0 sacks in each one of those games. So I'm really proud of the offensive line. We got a rookie under him. Roger Saffold at left guard still. Dylan Redunz moves into center, will not be playing right tackle this season because we did lose Ben Jones. We let him go. He gave out like 5-7 sacks from the center position. We also brought in Spencer Pulley to back up Dylan Redunz. Nate Davis still at right guard. We brought in Justin McCray to back him up. And then Russell Okung, brought him in as a Band-Aid just to start at right tackle because we really don't have anything there. I'm not going to start this guy that we drafted, Jamario Stanton. 64 overall, not bad, 22 years old, but not ready to start. So Russell Okung He started before. You know, he was a draft pick from my Seattle Seahawks. He can get the job done for this season. Danico Autry, same situation as Russell Okung. Did well when it came to TFLs last season. I ain't even going to cap. He had 18 TFLs? That's really, really, really good. So Danico Autry will start again this season. Right in, Jeff Simmons went up X Factor in season. And he's a beast. He is a beast. I told you I love me some Jeffrey Simmons. I think he is underrated. Doesn't get talked about enough in real life. But start talking about him now. X Factor Jeffrey Simmons. Have Naquan Jones backing him up. Another position we're kind of weak at. Nose tackle. We had Tier Tart, who we didn't bring back. So we saw Brandon Williams sitting there in free agency. I love the size, 340 pounds. Massive, massive size. So he's going to plug in at nose tackle. But we did draft this guy, Curtis Walsh. 67 overall, not bad, 23 years old, but he can learn a few things from Brandon Williams. We also drafted another guy, Tevin Baggs, but 57 overall. Don't think he's going to be a starter in our future. Bud Dupree. Now, Bud Dupree, former Steeler, right? So y'all know how I feel about Steelers, Pittsburgh players, right? Good season last season. 12 TFLs, 10.5 sacks, 2 picks. Went up from star to superstar dev during the Super Bowl week. What does Madden 22 do to him from that performance? What do they do? Oh, they don't just knock him down to star dev. No. Why would they do that, right? Nah, that's not good enough. You know what's even better? Let's take him from superstar dev all the way down to normal. Now, as a former Pittsburgh Steeler, I don't care that much about Bud Dupree. Hope he stays healthy. But the man did not deserve that type of treatment from this goddamn game. He at least deserves to be knocked back down to star. Would I be wrong to go back in the edit player and just move him back to star? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to finesse the game like that. But that was just some bullshit. That was. We got Rashard Weaver going into his second season, backing him up. Middle linebacker now, we did lose both Jayon Brown and Rashawn Evans. But we still have Zach Cunningham. He was our third middle linebacker last season. Still has star dev, so he's going to start. And our first round pick, Jimmy Carlisle. Look at that. We replaced 2 star dev starting middle linebackers with 2 at least star dev. Don't know what Jimmy Carlisle is going to be yet. Hopefully a superstar X Factor. But we still have 2 star middle linebackers. So, when you look at it, we don't pay Rashard Evans and Jayon Brown. I know they left in real life. That played a factor in my decision. But we still have at least 2 star dev middle linebackers. Still got David Long and Monty Rice backing them up. Right outside linebacker, Harold Landry had a good season. Also, Adeniji had a chance to go up dev trade when Harold Landry went out a couple of games in season, and Adeniji had a dev trade scenario, but he did not hit it, but we brought him back anyway. And then at cornerback, Caleb Farley, Christian Fulton, and Elijah Mullen, they just have to continue to develop, and we'll be good there. We also brought in, these guys, Ryan Smith and Siren Neal. We still have Chris Jackson on the roster. And then free safety, Kevin Byard did his thing last season and brought in Terrence Brooks to back him up. Amani Hooker is going into a contract year where he failed a dev trade last season. If he doesn't hit it, may not bring him back, may look to upgrade that position. And then at kicker, we brought back Randy Bullock, even though he was, acting all tough during the contract negotiations. But we needed a kicker. There wasn't one in the draft. And then we have Brett Kearns still at punter. I believe we do have some team captain slots available. And I think A.J. Brown, does Taylor Lewan have one? He does not. I'm going to reward Taylor Lewan from his play last season and give him a team captain spot. And then let's look on the defensive side. Do we even have any more? Jeff Simmons has already won. Maybe Bayard, if he's not already, and Harold Landry. So Bayard is one. I'm going to say Harold Landry. And we don't have any team slots available. So it would be Harold Landry next up if we had another spot available. But that is the roster going into year 2. No Derrick Henry, no Tannehill for the preseason. Don't really think we have any battles going on position-wise. The only thing I can think of is maybe none. I think we have all our starters set and who's going to be starting. So we should be good to go. And we are going to change the quarterbacks out, though. Put the rookie in, and I think we're going to put Foreman over Evans. And that should be it. We can bench A.J. Brown for the final preseason game. He doesn't have to play or start. And then we can see what Spencer Bush does over Will Dissly. Everything else is going to remain the same. And we go 1-2 in the preseason. We don't think got two people because we didn't have a lot of money. That was another reason why I understand they couldn't bring back Rashawn Evans or Jayon Brown, because if I did send them, we wouldn't have had enough people. We wouldn't have enough money to sign enough people to have a preseason or regular season roster. So, I didn't even look at the stats before I make the cuts. But we go 1-2 in the preseason. And looking at it, the rookie quarterback outdid himself. Now, Woodside wasn't bad either, so I think we're going to keep both quarterbacks. I think the backup is going to beat out Woodside. Foreman was good. I mean, Evans averaged better, and then Foreman had more yards and attempts, but they both had a touchdown. So I really don't know who's going to start there. Maybe De'Aaron to Evans. And then Kraft in the slot did his thing, and that tight end was really, really, really good. I hope he used like a 2 tight end system this season. And then Saffold gave up 2. The offensive line did really well. And then Carlisle was a tackle machine, 30 tackles in 3 preseason games, averaging 10 tackles a game. Randy Bullock was trash. He's gone. He is gone. You don't do that in the preseason, bro. You do not do that in the preseason. I'm telling you right now, his ass is out of here. His ass is out of here. I don't care if I don't have enough money. He's gone. Who can we release? I think we had a couple like extra defensive ends, like Kevin Strong. I don't want him, so he can go. And then who else? We don't need this extra safety, even though I do like the 92 acceleration. I want to cut Randy Bullock. I'm cutting him because that was just horrible play in the preseason. And we do have to cut one more person because we do have to bring in a kicker. I love the speed on this dude. Let's look at the stats real quick. Man coverage is better than Antoine Brooks. Zone's about the same. Press is better. Catching is same. Tackling's almost the same. Hit power, pursuit. You know what? I'm going to get rid of Andrew Brooks. Moving to the practice squad. And I just like this guy, Andrew Sora. I don't even know who this dude is. I'm going to give him a chance. And we do have to go sign a kicker now. I hope we have enough money to sign a kicker. We might have to just sign an undrafted rookie kicker. But anything is better than what Randy Bullock did. Devontae Adams is sitting in free agency, and nobody is signing him because everybody's probably broke. That is so crazy to me. If I could, I would bring him in, but we just can't. So looks like Devontae Adams is going to sit out. He's going to sit out this season and not play for a team. It's crazy. Somebody's probably going to pick him up week 1. We need a kicker now. How much money do we have? Not a lot. So we might have to go and get a rookie. Okay, we could get him. We could get Greg Joseph from a Viking. Let's see, this kicker, Amaro. He's a rookie. Get steal him from the Bills practice squad. Sam Ficken was on our roster last season, right? Let's bring him back. Let's bring back Sam Ficken and give him a chance to start this season. I think that would be the right move. And let's upgrade the team, set up the depth chart the way we want it. And Dylan Redunce, I need to fix this. He was a scheme fit at first, and then I guess the game has just been feeding into the other archetype, the power type, not agile. And Amani Hooker, let's do run support. Get him up to an 80. Amani Hooker's overall is really damn good. He's on his way. And now all we have to do is adjust the lineup, go into the depth chart, make a couple of changes, and we'll be ready. We'll be ready for year 2. Because I think we should be at least like equally better. Only position we got weaker at is middle linebacker, but not really. We got Tannehill, Gaines, Woodside, Derrick Henry. We're going to go with Evans over Foreman this season. And then Blasingame. Oh, my God. Come on. It's R2. Moore over Bush. A.J. Brown, Will Fuller, and Kraft, Fitzpatrick, McMath. And then we'll do Bush there. I'll actually be happy with doing the other tight end as our wide receiver 4 even. Do like a 2 tight end system, like I said. And then Will Disley, Bush, Lawan, Sappho. This should all be set up correctly. Dylan Redunce at center, and then right tackle Russell Okung. Left end should be Nico Autry. Right end should be Jeff Simmons. That is fine. And then we'll probably do Walsh here as the backup to him. And then Walsh is going to be back up to Brandon Williams. And then we have Bud Dupree and Weaver. We got Cunningham. I'm going to start Carlisle over Cunningham. The rookie, he's our first round pick. And then Caleb Farley, Fulton, Molden. That's good. Brooks, Sorrow, and Hooker. And then special teams, they have Kraft, the rookie, and De'Aaron Evans as the special teams guy. I don't know why you have big-ass Deontay Foreman there. I don't think that's the right move to go. And then punt return, we could do like a Will Fuller. Yeah, let's do like a Will Fuller there. And let's do somebody else. Let's do Caleb Farley. You know what? Will Fuller. I want to do Caleb Farley somewhere. Let's just do him as the backup punt return man. And then kickoff start will be Brett Kern. Long snapper will be Nate Davis. Third down running back will be Derrick Henry, Evans, and Blossomgame. Power back will be Derrick Henry, Foreman, and Hunter. Slot receiver will be Kraft. And we are going to do the rookie tight end Bush. And then left end will be Dupree. Right end will be Harold Landry. And let's get Weaver in here. And then D tackle will be Autry. They have Brent. All right, so it's going to be Jeff Simmons, Autry, and I guess Brandon Williams. And then sub linebacker will be Carlisle, Cunningham, David Long. And then slot cornerback will be Molden, Smith, and Siren Neal. So the team is all set up. We're ready to go. Got the Raiders week 1. Who's coming back from injury? David Long. So we got the Raiders week 1. We were 13-4 last season. I think we should be able to win the division unless this is the season where the Jaguars just become juggernauts. I'm going to say we got 13 wins. My goal was 10 wins last season. I'm going to say about 10 wins this season. I think that's what we're going to get. So remember, 7 wins is that 7 to 10 range. So I think it's 10 wins. And then let's look at the college players coming out of the next draft class, where I see a couple of quarterbacks. I see a cornerback, left tackle. I think we could improve safety if we don't bring back Amani Hooker. I would say maybe even a quarterback if Tannehill just tanks this season. Maybe more help at receiver even if the slot receiver doesn't do good. And that is crazy. Don't tell me the Raiders just signed. The Raiders just signed Devontae Adams. Look at that. Ooh, they're going to be good. Look at their receiving core. Just like real life, though. I'm loving it. The Rams won the Super Bowl year 1, simulating the whole season, and then boom. Devontae Adams on the Raiders. And, of course, we have to play them week 1. But we're 79 overall, 79 defense, 80 offense. I believe that was the exact same stats it was last season. Could have been flipped around a little bit. But let's see how we perform on the road week 1 against Devontae Adams Raiders. And we beat them 21-14 by a touchdown. Let's go. What a way to start the season. Shut the running game down. 36 rushing yards, bro. They got Josh Jacobs, too. And then Derek Carr reunited with Devontae Adams. Only 163 passing yards. No turnovers from Ryan Tannehill. 2 fourth-down conversions. And Tannehill was on point. 232, 2 touchdowns. No sacks from the offensive line. When you go back to last season, that's 4 straight games. No sacks given up. 102 yards for Derrick Henry. De'Aaron Evans was really good. And a touchdown for Deontay Foreman. So all running backs pitched in. A.J. Brown, 95 yards and a touchdown. The undrafted rookie Sean Kraft with 44 yards. Will Fuller with a touchdown and 43 yards. And then looking at the sacks, you have Bud Dupree, Dennehy, Danico Autry, Brandon Williams, and no interceptions, no field goals from Sam Ficken. And we come out with a dub, starting the season 1-0. And I'm really feeling good about this Titans rebuild so far. Let's do the delegate focus scouting. We get Harold Landry. These guys are always injured. Harold Landry, Derrick Henry even. Like, come on, man. Stay healthy. Every time he gets hurt, they switch around. Look at this shit, man. Come on, bro. Stop messing up my depth chart. Jeez. Jeez Louise, man. Come on. Just want to simulate it. Now we have the Denver Broncos. First home game of the season for us. And we're going to come out of it with the win, 30-14. So we start the season 2-0. Big win there, 30 points from the offense, and we ran all over. So it looks like our running game is doing a lot better than it was last season, at least starting off. And we were up 21-7 at the half. Passing yards have been really good. If we can get the passing game on the same pace as the running game, we're going to be damn near unstoppable. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and Tannehill doesn't turn the ball over. He's very efficient, 70% completion percentage. 100 yards from Derrick Henry, Deontay Evans. Look at Tannehill running the ball with a touchdown, and then Deontay Foreman. That's all we need to do. I think having Deontay Evans as our backup running back this season, getting some yards, and then Foreman can just get those goal line snaps. Kraft was good in the slot. And then we get the deep ball to Will Fuller. I really like how this offense is performing right now as a whole. And then Bud Dupree, 2 sacks, a pick for Bud Dupree. Bud Dupree picking up right where he left off last season, still playing like a superstar dev edge rusher, even though he's knocked down the normal for no reason. Mock draft one is out. I expect us to be 32, damn it. And we're 28. They have us taking a wide receiver. Rashard Frey said they don't think that we're going to extend A.J. Brown. Okay, cool with it. Cool with it. We have a weekly award. I'm going to say Bud Dupree. He had a pick, 2 sacks, 6 tackles, and there he is, Bud Dupree, weekly award winner. I thought we had a dev trade scenario. Aaron Brewer, I think that's a backup right guard. Now we have the 1-1 Baltimore Ravens. Can we beat them on the road? 2 other teams in our division were 0-2, but we go 3-0. We beat them 38-10. 38-10. Shutting the running game down. So we're averaging about 225 passing yards a game, and then we're shutting the running game down, and then we're averaging like over 100 yards rushing a game. So we're doing really good when it comes to offense and defense. Stopping the run, running the ball. That old school mentality. Also dropped 21 points in the fourth quarter. 3 touchdowns, no picks. Tannehill is not turning the ball over. Should be an MVP candidate right now. Deontay Evans is giving us a little bit more in the running game than Foreman did, but Foreman still getting touchdowns. Ashton Blasingame just got a touchdown. Now we're getting the fullback involved. A.J. Brown being our leading receiver. The other tight end, Spencer Bush, getting 3 catches. Taylor Lewan did give up 2 sacks, though. But Harold Landry gets a sack for us, and Elijah Molden gets an interception. We need a kicker. Sam Ficken misses 1, but his longest was a 25-yarder. But he only missed 1 so far. Not going to get on him. And we're 3-0 right now. 3-0. Cyron Neal back from injury. Now we have the Jaguars, who are 1-2. Our division is doing really bad, so at least that's going in our favor right now, and we lose our first game of the season. First division game, lost 2 to the Jaguars. And what did they do? They ran the ball on us. They outpassed us, and we did turn the ball over 1 time. So they were able to run the ball on us, and that's how you're going to have to beat us. And they sacked us. But once again, Ryan Tannehill was really efficient, and Derrick Henry got held in check. So good job. And Lewan, what the hell? Only giving up 1 sack last season. All last season, he's already given up like 5. 3 for 3 from Sam Ficken. And we're 3-1, still off to a good start. I mean, they just did their homework. They stopped the running game. They game planned really well, and they beat us. Now we have the Green Bay Packers, who are 1-3, and we lose 17-10. So it's 2 straight losses. 2 straight losses, man. 10-17. Let's see. They ran the ball on us, so they're following the same game plan and pattern as the Jaguars did. They shut our passing game down. We didn't turn the ball over. It's just we can't run the ball. Teams are figuring us out. They know we want to run it with Derrick Henry, and they're just putting everybody in the box. We couldn't stop Randall Cobb for some reason. Lewan is giving up a lot of sacks. Bud Dupree, Harold Landry getting in there, and Sam Ficken, man. Shout out to Brett Kern inside the 20 2 times, but 2 straight losses to fall to 3-2 after starting 3-0. We're still tied. Well, Jaguars and took over. Now we get a chance to get revenge against the Chiefs, the team that knocked us out of the playoffs last season when we had all those damn injuries in that game. And we lose 28-21, 3-0 to 0-3. And we shut their running game down. We ran the ball. We passed it. So, I mean, close game. Close game. Could have went either way. The turnover probably cost us. And not converting on 3rd down was a key factor in that loss. Tannehill, 30 yards and a touchdown. Will Fuller was really good. So was Sean Kraft. Will Fuller's been kind of quiet this season. Amani Hooker, Jeff Simmons with half sacks, no picks, no field goals. Inside the 20 twice again for Brett Kern. Shout out to Brett Kern, man. Punters matter. But what really matters is this damn third straight loss we got. The Jaguars, I told you, this is a season they're probably going to be juggernauts. Usually the second season they are. Sometimes even the first season. On the Texans, we're not really worried about. And the Colts, for some reason, we're not really worried about. But we do have the Texans up here. Can we beat them, get off this horrible losing streak that we got going on, and get our fourth win of the season? 42-20. I think we dropped 40 on them last season, too. 42-20. We beat the Texans, blow them out. They did run the ball, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough to defeat us. We held Deshaun Watson down. They stopped Derrick Henry a little bit, but Deontay Evans gave us something. And then Will Dissly dissing them with those 102 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a touchdown for A.J. Brown as well. Taylor Lewan is having a bad season. And they did miss a field goal. They still would have lost. It still would have been a blowout. Still would have smoked them. Still would have grazed them. Mock Draft 2 is available, and we were 28. Expect that to rise up a little bit as we had those 3 game losses. They think we're going to take a quarterback, 6'4", 233, out of what? Tennessee. Out of Tennessee. Whoa. Interesting. Is that our Malik Willis? Week 8 TV primetime game. I believe this is our first TV game of the season. We are going to upgrade the players. We have the Jaguars next week, too, so we have a chance to not get swept by them. And I want to look at the contracts before this game, too. We have A.J. Brown. Now, I'm going to give it to him. Like I said, if I was the Titans head of office working there, I would have gave him a new deal, and we're going to get it done. Brett Kern, didn't even know he was star dev. We're going to give him one, just not right now. And then Nate Davis, oh, man, we're running low on money. Let's give him this, $37 million. Saffold, we might lose. Amani Hooker, we just might not have enough money. So, yeah, Kraft will wait to see how he does in the season. So, yeah, getting back Nate Davis and A.J. Brown was a big move, and we got it done. Happy we got it done. Now let's beat the Cowboys on TV in front of the whole world. And we beat them 23-17, close game. Most of our games have been decided besides that Texans game. 7 points. Like, look at this. 7 points, 6 points. Sunday night football game, though. And it went into overtime. We were undefeated. We were 4-0 in overtime games, including the playoffs last season, and we continued that trend. We've won our last 5 overtime games. Outrushed them. They outpassed us. No turnovers. Really good on third down. Really good in the red zone. We did give up 4 sacks. Our offensive line has given up hella sacks. Can't keep doing that. Can't keep putting Tannehill on his back. Amari Cooper and A.J. Brown both had monster games. Taylor Lewan is just having a nightmare of a season at left tackle. And then Sam Ficken. We need a goddamn kicker, man. He's fickle. He is fickle. 5-3 against the 6-2 Jags. This game should have been on TV. We need to win this game, though. They already defeated us once. So this is a big game for us. This is really important, as we could tie the season series. We could tie our record if we beat them. We can't afford to lose to them right now. And we need to make him agile again. It's so stupid. Dylan Radunz would have already been a 70 agile overall center. I should have been upgrading his points myself. Week 9, let's get it done. Let's beat the Jaguars, who are hot right now. They're on a little winning streak. And we get swept by them. Jaguars are most likely going to win the division. We're just going to have to focus on having a winning season and making the playoffs. We still could win the division. We still could win out. But a terrible game from us. Only 14 points, 1 pick, 1 touchdown, 4 sacks given up. 4 sacks given up. And I think Taylor Lewan probably gave up most of those. Right? No, it was actually Russell Okung this time. And then our rookie middle linebacker had 15 tackles. He's been kind of quiet this season. I haven't really seen no sacks or picks from him. And Sam Ficken is freaking fickle, man. Sam Ficken is freaking fickle right now, bruh. We already signed the players. We are at the bye week at week 10. Sean Kraft, I want to do slot because he is in the slot. Hope he doesn't get a star dev trait taken away from him. And we have a TV game against the Patriots after this bye week. We are 2 games behind the Jaguars. They're running away with the division. We just have to focus on making the playoffs. Like I said, we have a breakout player scenario. It is Amani Hooker. This is big, bruh. This is really big if you want a new contract. Get that shit, man. This is your second opportunity. You need to hit it this time. Let's see if he can hit it against the Patriots. Prime time TV game, too. And we lose 29-26 to drop to 5-5. And let's see, we outrushed them, we outpassed them. I mean, we could have won that game. Realistically, could have won that game. Wasn't on Tannehill. We did get sacked 3 times. I mean, Derrick Henry's slowing down a little bit. Will Fuller was okay. A.J. Brown, the receivers were all good. I mean, the offensive line is giving up sacks. Was that it? And we're struggling a little bit right now. I don't think Amani Hooker hit it. And he did. Well, you know what that means? I promised him, even though we're running low on money right now, I promised him, I said, if you hit that dev trait, and I probably should have extended him before because now he's going to want a little bit more money. Actually, it's almost about the same. And I'm going to give him exactly that. I'm going to give him just one little bump right there just to make it 27 mil. And we're going to bring, oh, come on, Amani Hooker. Acting like a damn hooker right now. A nigga trying to get more money out of me. And we lose Nate Davis and Amani Hooker to a broken finger. Gets the dev trait, and then he's like, all right, my finger broken. And you finna try to give me a new contract, and I'm going to sit out. Now we have the Indianapolis Colts who are 3-7. We need to get off this little losing streak we got going on. And we do. 35-17. I mean, without Nate Davis and Amani Hooker, we get the win. We get off that little losing streak we were just on. And we are back above 500. Passing yards are really good. No turnovers. And the best game from Tannehill so far. I mean, we're mocked to take a quarterback, so he needs to put up big numbers if he wants to remain our quarterback. Especially we don't get to like the AFC Championship game this season. Might have to look in a different direction because it's all about winning now. This is a win now league. Like, especially when it comes to quarterbacks and coaches, it's a win now league. Cam Robinson just got abused by Harold Landry and Kareem. Why the hell do we have Kareem Jackson? Same thing as last season, bro. Just signing players without my permission. I know Amani Hooker was injured, but come on, bro. Weekly award winner. We have another breakout player scenario. I want to name Jackson. How do we even have the money to freaking bring him in? I want to know who they got rid of. I want to. Well, can I at least? Oh my God, bro. Guess we have Kareem Jackson. I don't want him. I don't need him. Breakout player scenario, and it is Harold Landry trying to go up to superstar dev. This would be nice. I mean, you know, get included with the names of Amani Hooker, who just went up from normal to star, and then Jeff Simmons, who went up from superstar to X Factor. I would love for Harold Landry to go from star to superstar. And if that's the case, we would have all 3, right? We would have a normal go to star, a star go to superstar, and a superstar go to X Factor. So we need to hit this, and I want to know who the hell we released for Kareem Jackson. Was it one of the quarterbacks? It was the rookie running back. You know what? Leave it. They want to do it. They want to do it. Do it. Kareem Jackson will be our backup, damn it. But did they change my slot cornerback? It better be Elijah Molden still. This game, bro, I tell you. And then they have Amani Hooker as the goddamn linebacker. Come on, bro. Glad I looked at it. Let's beat the 8-3 Giants. 8-3 Jaguars leading the division. And 45-10. most points we scored all season. And we're starting to get a groove on offense, scoring a lot of points. Shut the running game down. Back to doing what we do best, running the ball. Passing yards are really good. No turnovers. 13 third down conversions to their 2. We were up 28-3 at the half. Game was over at that point. 20 or 25 for Tannehill. He has been really efficient. And look at De'Arrington and Deontay Foreman. Where in blasting game, even the fullback getting 6 carries, 24 yards, average 4 yards per carry and a touchdown. We must have lost Derrick Henry in that game. Kraft with 2 touchdowns, 72 yards receiving. And defensively, Jeff Simmons, Bud Dupree. I don't see Harold Landry, Kareem Jackson making an immediate impact. He had a pick last season too. And then Christian Fulton, Sam Ficken making a 55-yarder, not being fickle. And I don't know if Harold Landry got it. He could have because we shut the running game down. Yeah, he didn't have the game I was hoping for. Still could go at Superstar Dev after the season, depending on his stats and what it looks like. TV game against the Colts. We got Roger Saffold, Derrick Henry, and A.J. Brown all back from injury. Let's simulate. We need to catch up to the Jaguars. But to go 8-5 here would be really good, and we're not. We're going to go 7-6. Going to go 7-6. Monday Night Football game, we lose to the Colts. Looks like we're not winning TV games. 3 turnovers. Tannehill, well, 2 were interceptions. The other one must have been a fumble or a 4th down failure. We couldn't stop Jonathan Taylor. We stopped him the first time, but not this time. Jacoby Myers, Sim God went off. Kraft almost 100 yards, first time in his career, but 97. Saffold gave up a sack, but Dupree, Harold Landry now he wants to get the sack. Sam Ficken making his field goal. And 7-6, so struggling a little bit, but we're on pace, I would say, to get about those 10 wins, 10-7. I predicted for us. And, I mean, we're right on pace. Jaguars are probably going to win the division. They already got 10 wins. And we beat the Chargers 28-10, like I said. We just got our 8th win of the season with 3 games to go. I feel like we're going to finish like 10-7. Maybe 9-6 at the least, or 9-8 at the least. We shut the running game down. Not a lot of passing yards. We were up 14-0 at the half. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, no sacks. Very efficient for Tannehill. 100 yards for a returning Derrick Henry. Tannehill also with a rushing touchdown. Kraft starting to get some touchdowns. A.J. Brown with 11 yards, same number as his jersey number. Harold Landry, Jeff Simmons, the leaders of the defense, both getting some sacks. And 8 wins. I mean, I don't like how the season is going. You know, some of these games have went. But we're 8-6, still over 500. We're not going to win the division. Foreman is out. And now we have 2 running backs on our roster because they want to bring in Kareem Jackson. We got the 6-8. Ooh, Texans turning it around. 6-8 now, and then they beat us. They're 7-8, making a comeback. They were like 2-4 at one point, something like that. So we do lose to the Texans. We have the Eagles and the Commanders next, and then the season will be over. We might not even make the playoffs. So we do lose in overtime. We were 5-0 before that, previous to that game. And Bud Dupree, Jeff Simmons, Caleb Farley, Kareem Jackson I thought that was us that missed those field goals. But we might need to win a couple of games to make the wild card round. We're not going to win the division. The Jaguars ran away with it. Can we go 9-7? We need this. And we're going to lose to the Eagles, and we're most likely going to lose the next game to the Commanders, and we're not going to make the playoffs. Huh? We win in overtime against the Commanders to go 9-8, second in the division, and we sneak in to the wild card round, and we have our division rivals, the 14-3, and the Jaguars got fucked. I will say that. 14-3, and they're in the wild card because the Ravens went 14-3. Raiders 13-4. AFC turned up this season, man. But we get a chance. We got swept by them now, a 3rd matchup in the playoffs. I love it, man. Thank you. Back-to-back seasons of making the playoffs. I thought Vrabel and Tannehill's job was going to be on the line if we didn't make it. And how did we do it? We shut the running game down. Got a couple of turnovers. And Tannehill really didn't have that great of a game. I don't think we're going to make blasting game, man. He's going crazy right now at fullback. Curtis Samuel was really good for them. A.J. Brown was good for us. They signed Gronk. Zach Cunningham, he's been quiet this season. Pick for Caleb Farley. Kareem Jackson has 3 picks as a backup safety for us. 3 interceptions as a backup safety. He's not even supposed to be here. I need to look at our power rankings, our rankings as a team, because I forgot to last season, Molden goes up 2 points. Okay. Big upgrade. Kraft, I want to remain as a slot dude. Get him up to a 70. Got a lot of touchdowns this season, I can already tell. And then everybody else, Amani Hooker went up dev trait. Proud of him. Let's try to make him a scheme fit, run support. Did we get his contract done? I don't believe so. I don't think we did. And then everybody else. Well, we didn't see what Carlisle is. See what his, we know he's not an X Factor. He doesn't have the symbol. He's most likely star. Would be really happy with Superstar Dev. Star. Okay. We can work with that. But we are in the playoffs, at least the wild card round. Looking at our rankings, we were 12 in points per game, 31st in passing yards. But number 2 in rushing, number 1 in defensive points per game. The defense was a top 5 defense. Number 1 when it came to points per game. Number 4 in passing yards. That's with our young secondary too. And then number 5 defensive rush without a left end and nose tackle that is going to be our nose tackle and left end for the future. So really good defense, really good running. We just need to work on the passing yards, but we don't pass it anyway. But if we do upgrade at quarterback over Tannehill and we get somebody that can, help elevate the passing yards, going to be unstoppable. Looking at the top performers, you had Brady, Mahomes, Matt Ryan, 57 touchdowns for Brady. Joe Mixon, 22 touchdowns for Nick Chubb, and then Zeke Elliott. You have Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack, Aaron Donald. Khalil Mack breaking the sack record. Aaron Donald and Daniil Hunter, go Vikings. Des King, Marlon Humphrey, Deion Jones, Alexander Johnson, Leighton Vander Esch, and Darius Leonard. Looking at the stats, we were 16 offensive yards. Looks like a similar season for Tannehill. Second in defensive yards, Derrick Henry. Not a lot of touchdowns, but 5th in rushing yards. 12th in points scored, and A.J. Brown goes over 1,000 yards again, and we were 1st in points allowed. So similar season, just less yards, about 100 yards less, and then 2 picks more. Completion percentage went up 2%. His rating was 101.4. Rating was really good. And average 214.5 per game. 35 sacks we did give up. And then rushing, Derrick Henry was really good. He only had 1 fumble. Longest rush of the season was only 12 yards. 9 touchdowns for De'Anthony Evans. And then Tannehill, 4 touchdowns. So that's, 33 touchdowns, 3,800 yards. 4 touchdowns for Deontay Foreman, and then 4 touchdowns for Blasingame. Should make the Pro Bowl as a fullback if we don't make the Super Bowl. Kraft led the team in receptions as an undrafted rookie. 834 and 8 touchdowns. Could be rookie of the year. Will Fuller really didn't do much. Will Disley did enough. Stayed healthy all season. I'm really proud of that. And longest reception was 41 yards from A.J. Brown. Offensive line, Taylor Lewan was terrible. Okun was at least under 10. So he did his job. We did what we wanted him to do and what we needed him to do. Saffold and Davis was just okay. And Dillard Dunn's had a season for the ages going into his second season. The rookie middle linebacker led the team in tackles. Only 6 TFLs, no sacks, no picks. Caleb Farley, 100 tackles, half a sack, a pick. I hope that gives us a depth trait upgrade. Usually 100 tackles on the cornerback, but that just means we're on the field a lot. But our defense was a top 5 defense, so 100 tackles good for him. Bud Dupree, decent season. Christian Fulton, the secondary, I can't complain. Zach Cunningham was trash as hell as a sub middle linebacker too. Harold Landry, double-digit sacks. I love it. Jeff Simmons, 26 TFLs. 26 TFLs, bro. 26 TFLs. Harold Landry leading the way, and then Kareem Jackson led our team in interceptions. He is a ball hawk. Y'all saw what he did in the Texans rebuild for us. Jeff Simmons with the forced fumble. We had 2 blocks for Brandon Williams. We had a safety for Danico Autry and no pick sixes. Sam Ficken only missed 1 extra pointer, and he missed 6 field goals, so he will not be returning. Net yards. Average 52.4 inside the 2010 times. Longest was 74 for Brett Kern. Need to get him back under contract. No special teams touchdown. Yearly awards, MVP is going to go to Tom Brady. No, goes to Lamar Jackson. He beats out Brady. And then Coach of the Year will go to Urban Meyer. We're not on the list. AFC Offensive Player goes to Lamar Jackson. Tannehill at number 10. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Chris Jones. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Sean Kraft, undrafted wide receiver rookie who we saw sitting there in free agency before the damn preseason. Brought him in, put him in the slot, led the team in receptions, and he is your Rookie of the Year. What a story. What a story for him. And then our backup tight end, Spencer Bush at number 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dalton Jackson of the Chiefs. Our middle linebacker, Jimmy Carlisle, at number 3. Best QB goes to Lamar Jackson. We got Tannehill at 4. Running back goes to Joe Mixon. We got Derrick Henry at 8. Receiver goes to Hunter Renfrow. A.J. Brown at 10. At least we have somebody in every category. Offensive line goes to Ronnie Stanley. D-line goes to Chris Jones. Linebacker goes to Josh Allen. And then we got Harold Landry at 5. Bud Dupree at 8. DB goes to Des King. And then best kicker goes to Audric Rosas. No Titans. But we are back in the playoffs. We get a third crack at the Jacksonville Jaguars with their Coach of the Year, Urban Meyer. Can we knock them off and upset them in the wild card round? Or will they send us packing? They send us packing. 35-21, we just get three-peated by the Jaguars. We'll see them next season, though. 35-21. We outrushed them. They just outpassed us. Not a bad game from us. They just beat us by 2 touchdowns. Not a bad game. We could have won that game. It was the Marvin Jones game, I guess. Marvin Jones stopped a top 5 secondary. Nico Autry, Joe Simmons, they did their thing. Bud Dupree even. We didn't miss any field goals. So, I mean, not a bad loss. It looks bad from the score, but not really. We played really well, and I think, making the playoffs is really good for us. Just need to work on the passing game a little bit, staying healthy, and developing our young players. I think we're moving in the right direction still. It's just, what do we do when it comes to quarterback? Do we remain with Tannehill? They drafted Malik Willis in real life. Do we draft a quarterback that they just had us mock the tape out of Tennessee? There's another name out there, that I thought was going to go to the Titans, bought a house and all of that in Tennessee that we could bring in. But Ravens, Seahawks, Birds, Super Bowl. Y'all know who I'm going for. And looking at, Tannehill does not make the Pro Bowl this season. Trevor Lawrence does, so it looks like the Jaguars are not making the Super Bowl. That's right, because the Ravens are in it. Blasingame is the number 1 fullback. Let's go. That's 1 for us. And I don't think we're going to have anybody on the offensive line. Nobody on the D-line, no linebackers. We're not going to have any cornerbacks, no safeties, no kickers, no punters, no nothing. So just our fullback. Shout out to Kari Blasingame making the Pro Bowl for us. And let's see if we have any depth chart upgrades. I wish the fullback would go up, but he's not going to get one. I would say the rookie, wide receiver, Sean Kraft. He does get 2 points for the award. We're gonna do deep threat, and then we're gonna do slot. And he remains a star dev. At least they still can take it away from him. I would say, I don't even know who's gonna get upgraded. Nobody on the offense got upgraded. That is okay with me. As long as they let Kraft keep his star dev, I'm fine with that. And then on defense, Carlisle came out as a star. Bud Dupree goes back up at least a star. That should have been the case. Nobody else goes up. So really didn't get any depth chart upgrades. I'm not going to count the Bud Dupree one because that's what he should have been. And let's go Hawks, man. Let's go. And we win the Super Bowl against the Ravens. They beat the MVP and Lamar Jackson. Quandre Diggs, Super Bowl MVP. And Lamar Jackson, NFL MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Coach of the Year, Urban Meyer. Khalil Mack, Defensive Player of the Year. And then a wide receiver for the Packers, Hugh Langford, was the Rookie of the Year. But we won it from the AFC side. And then the Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to the Chiefs cornerback, Dalton Jackson. Let's get to the offseason. Got $24.3 million. Need to bring back Amani Hooker. Don't know if we have enough money to do it. Going to try to work with it, though. Mock Draft 3 is out. Do they still have us mocked to take a quarterback? There's a couple of quarterbacks going at the top of the draft. They have us taking a right tackle now. And then we could possibly get, I don't see that quarterback anymore. There he goes to the Vikings. So he went up. Let's see, Charles Taylor, right tackle. We do need a right tackle now. We're not going to have a lot of money to spend in free agency, so this is going to be a big draft for us to upgrade the positions of need that we need to upgrade. Because we probably can't even bring some of these Band-Aid guys back anyway. We don't have the money for it. Riley Reef goes out as Super Bowl champion, former Viking, and I guess he signed with the Seahawks. We do lose Kareem Jackson, and we do lose Brandon Williams. Kareem Jackson should have never been on our team anyway. Brandon Williams was just a 1-year Band-Aid. And I need Brett Kern back. I need him back. We'll work it out in free agency. Saffold, no. Amani Hooker. It's cheaper. Let's go. Contract length is good. That's it. So we can up this. He's out 1 week. Maybe that's why, because he's injured. I want this at least 29 mil. Let's go. Get him back on a cheaper deal. And then everybody else is probably, well, Sean Kraft, Rookie of the Year. Give him a 3-year deal. I'm going to up this up because he won an award. 14 mil. Get him back. Russell Okung was really good, but I'm sorry, we don't have enough money to bring back everybody. So, unfortunately, some of these guys are going to go. But we get our Rookie of the Year back, and we get Amani Hooker back. Looking at the roster, let's see where we can trim and save some money. So we save a lot of money if we get rid of Tannehill. We save a lot of money if we get rid of Tannehill. Ooh. Keep that in mind. Going to keep that in mind. Looking at receivers, Will Fuller really didn't do that much. He might be on the trading block, especially with the emergence of what Sean Kraft did. So we're going to put him on a trading block. We need help on the offensive line. Danico Autry really didn't do that much this past season. So I feel like saving $5 million to cut him might need to do that. And I think I'm going to do that, or maybe include him like in a trade or something. Bud Dupree, did they let him keep his star dev? No. They just keep knocking him back down to normal. It's so stupid and retarded. Zach Cunningham, is he still a star? He's down to normal. We save money if we release him too. And I think I am, because he didn't do dilly squat last season. Didn't do nothing. So, yeah, we do save some money there. And I am going to do that. So, Zach Cunningham, what are the names? Zach Cunningham, Tannehill, Will Fuller. Those are guys we're looking to either release or trade. Tannehill, probably not. I just need to see what is available in free agency. And I'm doing it. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a big move. We're going to move on from Ryan Tannehill. Look at that cap hit. We're going to move on from Tannehill. We're going to send him to a team that could use a quarterback, a game manager. The Browns are in the AFC. Not going to do that. The Bucks are in the NFC. They just lost Brady. I don't think Tannehill would fit over there, though. But that could be something we could do. The Philadelphia Eagles, we could do. The Falcons don't have the cap space. The Commanders need somebody, but they don't have the cap space. And we're also going to have to fit this under the cap, too. So, who's a team? Green Bay. Do we just swap? But they're probably going to go with Jordan Love. Panthers, Sam Darnold. A couple of teams, the Saints. They have a young quarterback, though. Not giving them to the Steelers. Not going to do the Texans. My Minnesota Vikings. Tannehill. Tannehill would be like another Kirk Cousins, right? They have the cap space. They're not going to go at Kellen Mond. They have a top pick. Let's do Tannehill. Let's do Tannehill for like a third and a fifth. Ryan Tannehill to the Vikings for a third and a fifth. We get some extra draft picks. We move on. We save a lot of money. And then I think also what we're going to do, we're going to trade Will Fuller. He wasn't bad, but he didn't do like what I thought he was going to do. I'm going to trade Will Fuller and Zach Cunningham. Will Fuller and Zach Cunningham to a team that could use a wide receiver and middle linebacker. So we're just going to look at the needs, the team needs on the sides. I do see a lot of teams that need middle linebacker help. But let's find one that needs a middle and a wide receiver. A lot of teams need middle linebackers. I might just have to look at middle linebacker. Ooh, Will Fuller to the Panthers. You know, they love adding speed. They do need a receiver, and then I think they do need a middle linebacker. So this might work out. Yeah, so let's do the Panthers. We're going to acquire more draft picks. We could do Will Fuller and Cunningham for, let's do next year's third round pick, and let's do like a current fourth. And they accepted. So we move on from Will Fuller, Cunningham, and Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill going to the Vikings. We have $58 million to spend. Quentin Nelson is there too. We're going after Aaron Rodgers. And here's my thinking of this. The Malik Willis thing I understood in real life, but I feel like they didn't probably need to go with a young quarterback sit behind Tannehill. There were reports when Aaron Rodgers was making his decision to either go to the Broncos or stay with the Packers. There was another team in the Tennessee Titans where he bought a home in Tennessee. And I think if they had done that, Titans would have been Super Bowl favorites. And if they would have been able to keep A.J. Brown. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that what-if scenario that what would have happened, what could have happened, even though it didn't. Still could happen a couple years down the line. Devontae Adams left the Packers. Don't know if, Aaron Rodgers signed that extension, but, he might not be in Green Bay forever. He might end up moving on, later on. Players force their way out a lot of times, especially I think my Vikings are going to take over the NFC North. I think they're better than the Packers this upcoming season. I'm bringing in Aaron Rodgers. All right. My birthday twin. Going to eat up a lot of the cap. We're going to bring in Aaron Rodgers to be our quarterback. Pair him up with Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown. That's going to be really, really, really good. Blasingame is a Pro Bowl fullback. Terry McLaurin is there, but we have A.J. Brown and Kraft. DJ Moore as a deep threat would be really good, but we just don't have the money for it. But look at the Vikings being aggressive, going out, trying to get another weapon for their new quarterback, Tannehill. We got Marquise Brown. Texans going after him. But I think look at the Eagles trying to get that speed with DJ Moore and McCole Hartman. Got Scotty Miller here. I never get him when I try to sign him. But I think with I wanted Richie James. I wanted Richie James in the preseason. He went to Middle Tennessee State, so that would be bringing him back home. So let's go at Richie James. Let's go at Richie James. Yeah, let's go at Richie James Jr. Even if he doesn't take that, I think he should come play with Aaron Rodgers. Quentin Nelson. I mean, we can't compete with that. I would love to have Quentin Nelson, best guard in the league, but it would just eat up all our money. And we just don't have enough, especially going after Aaron Rodgers. Jason Kelce don't want. We have Dylan Redunce. We got Nate Davis. I mean, our offensive line is not that bad. I would consider bringing back Russell Okung on a one-year deal, but for what price, though? For what price? I mean, we could do that. J.J. Watt is here. He doesn't want that much money, but we can't afford it. We have a young defensive tackle, nose tackle. Got Christian Wilkins here, but we have Jess Simmons. We got Bo Dupree still. I mean, B-Wags I would love, but we don't have the money for it. Might need to draft another middle linebacker. Who's on the right? Cole Holcomb we don't need. Cornerbacks were good. Free safety were good. Strong safety were good. We do need our punter back, though. We do need Brett Kern back, and I would be willing to bring him back like on a 2-year deal, maybe even a 3-year deal. Keep him until he's 40. Did lose his star depth trait, but Not going to cry about it. And then looking at everybody we go after, so Aaron Rodgers, Brett Kern, Richie James, Russell Okung. So bringing Kern and Okung back and then going after Aaron Rodgers and Richie James after trading away Will Fuller and Tannehill and Zach Cunningham. And then just relying on the draft. Now, not going after Quentin Nelson and all them. We just don't have enough money to do all that. Oh, Danico Autry. He was another name. Did I even cut him yet? If we were to cut him and we say about $5 million, that was the other name I was looking for. If we were to cut him, that saves about $5 million, right? Where would that put us to go after? So we're at $20 million now. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room. And we have a lot of draft picks too. So would that allow us to bring in like a Quentin Nelson? It still wouldn't. But it still does. What about J.J. Watt? Would that be enough to bring in a J.J. Watt? Wisconsin. Would that be smart to bring in J.J. Watt? Be another injury type prone player. So bringing in Aaron Rodgers, J.J. Watt. I mean, if we get Aaron Rodgers, that would convince J.J. Watt to come. I could see that happening. And then we should have enough money to, draft our players. Let's do it. Let's get Aaron Rodgers. Let's get J.J. Watt. That would suck if we can't get Aaron Rodgers after trading away Tannehill. And this game is finna fuck me. So we get everybody. We even got Richie James on that cheap-ass contract. So we get J.J. Watt. We get Okung. Oh, this game, bro. This game. Look, they almost made me advance the week. What's going on with Aaron Rodgers? Nobody usually makes a deal for him. Okay. Looks like he's still coming. He's still coming, guys. He's just playing with us. Playing with our emotions right now. Mock draft 4 is out. It's probably going to look a little weird because we didn't get, we didn't get our quarterback yet. They was taking a left guard out of Texas. Okay. Actually, I want to look at him a little bit more. Yeah, he's not good. Why would we take him? He's not good, damn it. Looking at the rest of the prospects, though, I am going to look at the quarterbacks. The one out of Tennessee I really liked, I already saw him. We still could draft a dude. Let's look at Kevin Heenan. 6'6", 222. And he sucks. Running back, I am kind of interested like in a backup running back that could come in and be like, high overall. This dude is slow as hell. Backup Derrick Henry. I do like Deontay Foreman and Evans. This guy can catch, but he's slow. Let's look at Dakota Sanders out of Georgia. B break tackle. Slow as hell, but can run routes. Does not make any sense. A.J. Diggs. A break tackle. C catching. Slow. Can pass block, though. I like his stats. Just don't like his speed. And then John Watts. F's. Bunch of F's everywhere. So not going to worry about running back too much. Receiver, I am. Because we could take one in the first round. Let's look at Jaleel Brownlee. A catching. Deep threat, but he's slow. But he has great awareness, great ball carrier vision. I like him. Put him on the list. Look at Carmelo Hennings, B release. He is fast, and he just looks decent. So I'm going to put him on the list, even though it's only decent. Let's look at Rashard Frey, slow as hell. Let's not look at him. Let's look at Adrian Baldwin, deep threat, 4.48, really strong, got great ball carrier vision, medial route running, great run blocking receiver. Put him on the list. Great run blocker. A lot of first and second round dudes, but a lot of these guys don't look like it. This dude's 6'4", big body for nothing because he sucks. Another big body dude right here, 6'5". Y'all know I love them big body receivers, those DK Metcalf, AJ Brown types. And it's like there's not a lot of great receivers, man. 4.36. This dude is just fast. He's a burner, so I'm gonna put him on the list. Terrell Edmonds. Don't need tight end. We do need offensive line though. And we do need left tackle. No, we don't. We got Taylor Lewan. We need left guard. Let's look at Dion McKell. B pass blocking, A impact blocking, A stamina, C run block. We'll put him on the list. He looks decent for a third, fourth round dude. Center, y'all know we always get damn centers that have hidden dev traits. This dude has A run blocking, and that's all we need. C awareness though doesn't look that good. Jake Anderson, let's look at him. A run block, B injury, B lead block, A pass block finesse. So we'll put him on the list as well. Right guard, there's a top 5 dude right there. There's a first round dude right here. B run block. A run block, F pass block. He can't pass block to save his life. Let's look at Robbie Baker. As long as he can run block, though. B awareness. F lead block. Pass block is good. I mean, he looks okay. And we still could use a right tackle eventually. Because we brought back Russell Okung. A pass block finesse. And he skipped. That dude looks good. Even though we got J.J. Watt, could use a backup, somebody to learn behind them. And we need to look at our picks now because I believe we have, oh, he's a beast, Matt Thompson. I think we have 2 second rounds now, 2 thirds, and 2 fourths. We could actually trade up and get somebody if we wanted to, really. We still need a nose tackle. Could take one in the first round. How big is this guy? 305. A power moves, B play rec. C awareness, doesn't look all that great. So we got Justin Vasher. What's his weight? 307. A finesse, B power. He's the fastest. He looks good. His pursuit, not that great. So we got Andrews. 303. It's okay. I like the first guy that we put on the list. And then we need another middle linebacker to pair up with the one that we took last year. Romeo Devon. Don't need anybody in the secondary. A awareness, B finesse moves, C block shedding. He has that A awareness that I like. So he would be really aware. So we got Vaughn. F's. So let's not look at him. Double D's, no sir. C block shedding, really fast. A awareness, but he gets injured. B power moves. C power. I mean, he's injury prone, but we'll put him on the list with that A awareness. And then Chris Myers will be the last guy we probably look at. B block shedding is really good. He's fast. He's strong. Oh my God, he's a beast. A lot of third to fourth round guys. That middle linebacker, that defensive end. I'm glad we got a lot of third to fourth round picks. And then we do need a kicker. We're not rocking with Sam Ficken again. D accuracy, good kick power. Steven Dickinson. F accuracy, F injury, just a F. He's just a failure. So we got Connor Burnham. C accuracy, decent kick power. I mean, that's solid enough. A awareness, good kick power. Alec Haynes is the guy. And then C accuracy and decent kick power. I mean, I like those last 3 kickers. Let's get Aaron Rodgers first. Make sure we get his ass locked in. And then this is a big offseason for us. We get Aaron Rodgers. We get J.J. Watt. Let's go. We're going to do the private workouts because I really don't know who we are going to take in the first round. I'm thinking maybe a receiver, but like this left guard looks good. Like the center right there looks good. The defensive end right here, Matt Thompson, looks good. The middle linebacker right here, Chris Myers, looks good. And then I think I'm going to I did the left end, I did the middle linebacker. We know that center is going to be good. Let's do a left guard. Actually, let's do a receiver because we might take one in the first round. Let's do him. I know this stuff is not going to work. And then we'll look at the final mock draft. We'll look at everything else. Still got a lot of money. Not a lot of money, but at least we got some money where we can bring in all our rookies and maybe some preseason dudes before the preseason starts for the next season. So we got a full roster. But we upgrade at quarterback with Aaron Rodgers over Tannehill. We do lose a couple of guys like Zach Cunningham and Nico Autry and Will Fuller, but we should be able to replace those dudes. Get Aaron Rodgers with A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry. That offense, Derrick Henry's going to take, now we're balanced. With Aaron Rodgers, back-to-back MVP, my birthday twin, we can throw the ball now. We can throw the ball to A.J. Brown. And it's like Will Dissly's. Will Dissly should have a big season now with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. So now we can throw the ball, and we can already run the ball. Now we're not going to be predictable. It's not going to be, oh, they're going to run it with Derrick Henry, stuff everybody in the box. No more one-dimensional shit. We can throw the ball now. We're going to be more balanced. It's going to make us a little bit more unpredictable. Final mock draft is out, and they have us taking the left guard, Deion McHale. Not going to take him in the first round, but we can get him later on. Don't know who we're going to take in the first round, though. We do know this dude is a round one talent. He can't catch in traffic, but A, catching, B, deep running, B, release, B, awareness, B, ball carrier vision. Now, he can't juke. Great up kick return. Brownie might be... He might be worth drafting. He's a round one talent. Want to look at the left guard. We don't know that much about him. The left end was the other one. Still don't know a lot about him. And the middle linebacker, probably don't know shit about him, right? Yeah. Of course we don't. Let's get to the draft. Oh, free agency recap. Forgot about that. As y'all saw, we had a big free agency bringing in Aaron Rodgers. That enabled us to get J.J. Watt, even though J.J. Watt signed before. Then we get Brett Kerner Okuma back, and we bring in Richie James on a cheap contract to play, where he played college ball at in Tennessee. Also be our wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. So we might not even need to take a wide receiver in, round 1. Now we're going to start the draft. Need to look at the draft board to see how many picks we have, because I want to fill out the roster with all these picks. So we could even trade that too. So we do have 2/3, 2/5, 2/6. In total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 draft picks. Pick at 19 in the first round. Let's see who the Steelers take number 1 overall. Is it going to be a quarterback? It's going to be a cornerback. Let's go straight to our pick and see who is available. No quarterbacks. Wasn't going to take one anyway. Not going to take a running back. Receiver, Brownie is there. Now, I had hearted these other dudes. Why did I? Was there somebody that I was really interested in? I don't know. I feel like taking that receiver might be the direction to go. Now, there are better linemen that we can get later on. So I'm not going to take the lineman just yet. Let's look at this defensive lineman. We got J.J. Watt, though. So we don't need Kellum. Justin Vasher is like, it's either this D lineman right here, Justin Vasher, or Romeo Devon. But there was another middle. You know what? The receiver would be okay. But the fact that we brought in Richie James Jr., I'm going to pass on him, and I'm going to take the position of need. I'm going to get Justin Vasher to be our nose tackle. Let's take him.
The Patriots
hidden depth, let's go.
Now. Let's see who they have their eye on.
Out of San Diego State. And then later on, we can get the offensive line. We can get the left end, the middle linebackers. Now, we do have 2 third-round picks. Got to remember that. Let's go to the running back is there. We could get the receiver, Terrell Edmonds, who was really fast. I could get. But I feel like we need probably that center. Oh, man. I don't know which lineman to take. The middle linebacker we could probably get. Yeah, we can get later. So we're going to take a lineman here. It's either going to be Paul Stuckey, who looks good. We got a lot of linemen hearted. So this is going to be really, really tough to pick out which one we want. We know the center, Jake Anderson, is going to be good. He can be the one that plays at guard. So I like the center. I like the center better. There's also a receiver and a running back. We can tell you we got a lot of guys here, man. I think, honestly, we can get the middle linebacker later, right? I take the right tackle, compete with Russell Okung. Paul Stuckey, he looks really good, though. B, awareness. C, run block. 6, he skipped his college pro day and everything. B, run block, finesse. A, pass block, finesse. Let's take him. Paul Stuckey. Normal dev, but should be a good player. And then with these other picks, we should be able to get, like, you know, the middle linebacker we want, the left end we want. So let's go over it real quick. The running back is gone. The receiver is gone. That's good, so it doesn't make our decision tough. The center is gone. We might have to take one of those guards now. But I want Matt Thompson. Yeah, let's get him first. He has A, power moves, A, pursuit, C, awareness. Yeah. Let's take him first.
Okay,
He's going to sit behind J.J. Watt. And then with our second one, we're going to get the middle linebacker. If he's not taken. I fucking hate this game, bro. They took the middle linebacker we wanted. That sucks. Took a backup left end when I could have took a middle linebacker that was going to start. Great. Well, now we have a decision to make. Which guard do we want? Do we like McHale? A, impact. B, pass block. A, stamina. C, run block. Or do we like Robbie Parker? B, awareness. He has F, lead block, but A, pass block, B, run. I like him a little bit better. And he does have hidden dev. He's going to start immediately. So we don't get the middle linebacker. That's probably like the only dagger. We get the backup left end. That's great. Probably should have took that middle linebacker first, really. But let's try to find another one, though. Let's try to find another one. Let's look at Oscar Henderson again. I think he had the double Ds. I remember that name. Let's look at Chauncey Hayward. There might be another good middle linebacker here. This guy is D-zone. B catching, B hit power, C play rec. Not bad, not bad. Let's look at Raphael Mann. Is he the man or not? D tackling. A injury. B hit power. And then there's a couple more guys. Rashad Hoover. Let's look at this guy. Freddie Pimbleton. C's. I mean, we could draft them dudes. Let's get Rashad Hoover. I mean, not good. We could look at safety too, see if somebody can convert to a linebacker. C hit power, C tackling, B finesse. We're running out of time really, so we might have to make a quick decision here. B hit power, C tackling, A catching. Aldridge might have to be the dude. Quentin Aldridge might have to move to middle linebacker, and I think I'm gonna do that. Hidden dev, let's go. We know how to do it. Let's go out of UNLV. Get a hidden dev, strong safety. He's going to move over to middle linebacker. Looks like a run support type anyway. Now we can look at like running back and receiver. Just fill out the rest of the roster here. So we got running back, see if we have anybody. Hearted. C carrying. Slow as hell. I hate slow running backs, but he can catch. Let's look at this dude, Roberson. He's fast. C awareness, C juke move, and he can't catch, but he is fast. Dude runs a 4.33. Might just take him just because of his speed, just to be like a return dude or something. 4.4 run. We need a receiver to compete with Richie James. 4.39. A kick return, right? So he would be a kick return dude. And I think I'm going to take him. Just off the strength of being a kick returner. Special teams matter. Special teams matter. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Jerry Benfield.
All right,
fast as hell. He's going to be a return guy. Going to be a return guy for us. And we might even take that running back, too. I think I'm going to take the running back that we were looking at. Don't even remember his name. I don't even remember his damn name. Might have been gone, though. Is it Marco Clinton? Might have been this dude. No, it's not. He's slow. Might have been the dude under him, Joseph Hancock. No, it's not. I think the dude we were looking at is gone. Yeah. I mean, he has a kick return, but he's slow. Oh, no. He's probably gone now. So we got a return dude. We got lineman that we took. Got D lineman that we took. I mean, we could use like a cornerback, a fourth cornerback. So let's look for one, not one with F zone. Kicker. Kicker is what we need. And I think we take one here in the 5th round because we're running out of time. Kicker is who we need. Now, we had 3 of them. I think Burnham was the one I like. He had the seat accuracy, decent kick power, right? We had Haynes, who had the A awareness and the good kick power. That's the one I wanted. 92 kick power. Don't know the accuracy. No, he has A awareness. Overall should be high. Out of Arkansas State. And with these last 2 picks, I mean, we could go quarterback to back up Aaron Rodgers.
Let's see who they have their eye on.
And then a running back. And that'll fill out the rest of the roster. So if we'll go quarterback, we'll just look at all these guys, see who is available. C, he skipped his whatever. I'm going to take him. Must be good. It must be decent enough. Chris McAdams out of California. And then we're going to go with like a return running back or, we have another 6th-round pick. Ball carrier vision, 4.46. B spin move, B stamina, just has D awareness. He doesn't look that bad though. I'm gonna take him. Hidden Dev, let's fucking go, man. In the 6th round of projected to go undrafted running back, Hidden Dev. We're killing this offseason. Draft King is gonna pair up with King Henry. Stephen Holiday out of BYU, making it feel like a holiday right now. And with our last pick, we're killing this draft. I don't even know what to take. We got our tight ends. We got our offensive lineman now. We got the backup to Okun. We got the starting guard. I mean, we could get another backup because we are old when it comes to offensive linemen, especially on that left side. We lost Saffold. Got Taylor Lewan, who was bad last season. So, yeah, we could go with another offensive lineman. We do need backups. Probably don't have enough money to sign any backups. So, let's look at these backup tackles, see if we can get somebody here. Not with F pass blocking, that's for sure. Let's look at Donnell Oakman, D awareness. A stamina is really good, but not those Fs. Philip Curtis, D pass block, F run block power, no sir. We might not be able to find one. I might have just found one though. His pass blocking is good. He can't run block, but at least he can pass block. He's a tackle. So we might just go with that dude after this last dude if he's not good enough, yeah. So go up 2 spots. Snag Felix Thurston, what is he, 6'6", 295 out of Arizona. We're going to take him. Should be decent enough to be a backup. And that'll do it for the draft. That'll do it for the offseason. Bringing in Aaron Rodgers, J.J. Watt, and all these draft picks. We got a couple of hidden dev dudes, too. I think we got like 3 of them. So I think we did really good in this draft and all the picks that we had. Look at this. Look at this, man. A couple of 69s. Let's go, man. So first off, we got Justin Vasher. He's going to be our nose tackle, 74 overall, hidden dev. He's a run stopper, speed rusher, power rusher. He's really balanced. He can do it all. I can play him anywhere on the D-line, left end, defensive tackle, you name it. Then in the 2nd round, I kind of whiffed on this pick. I should have probably went with another lineman, the center that we saw. But we went to right tackle. He doesn't have to start this year. He's going to be a backup and learn behind Russell Okun, so I'm fine with the overall. I'm fine with it. Still good overall. Great pass blocker, too. So he'll be ready to go probably next season. Then Thompson, same thing. Probably shouldn't have went with him. Could have went with the middle linebacker, but he can learn behind J.J. Watt for 1 year, and then he should be ready to go next season. Right guard is going to start, though, instantly. He's going to be our Roger Saffold replacement. Run blocking is ass for some reason, but his run block power and all that is really good. The safety, we're going to move him and convert him to middle linebacker. He's a hybrid type too, so it's perfect for us. He's going to go to middle linebacker. The receiver is just really fast and a return guy. He also could win the job over Richie James Jr. So he could be like our wide receiver 3 even. The kicker, not bad, 69, almost a 70 overall. His power is good, accuracy is not. The quarterback, 60 overall. The running back had hidden depth, but he is only a 63 overall, but could be our running back too. And then the right tackle, last pick, was kind of bad, but we had to make a pick there. And then the Lions got the best player in the draft. And I think we did good overall. Chris Myers was that middle linebacker I wanted. He went 9 picks before us. He was only a normal dev, though, so not that upset about it. I think we did outstanding in the draft, really good in the offseason, and building this roster going into a year 3 where we get Aaron Rodgers in Tennessee as a home there. We upgrade over Tannehill. Tannehill was decent enough for us, but if we want to get over that hump, made the job, we got teams like the Jaguars and the Chiefs and the Ravens and the AFC that we have to compete with every single year. And it's all about winning now. But that'll wrap it up for part 2 until the next episode.